Hello, class. Welcome. I'm a little bit sad, a little bit upset. Why? Because this is our last lesson for outer space. But I'm gonna be okay. I'll hold back the tears. Um, we're gonna have a great lesson today. Smile is on. We're ready to go. Pushing the tears aside. Ready for some outer space. So today, I am excited for this lesson because I was able to purchase a book for this lesson. And then this lesson has a writing prompt. Yes, a writing prompt. There's a particular question that is all over this book. And what I want you to do is after we're done reading this book, go on to Google Classroom, check out the question, complete the assignment, turn it in. And then our outer space unit will be done. Okay. All right, I'm moving on. Moving on. Here we go. So the book I'm going to read to you today is it's a good book. Good book. Is There Life in Outer Space by Franklyn Branley. Bears and birds, bugs and toads, trees, flowers, people, and lots of other things live on planet Earth. Do they live anywhere else? Do plants and animals live on the moon? Do they live on Mars or Jupiter or any other planet? Or do they live far away out among the stars? For a long time, people have wondered about that. Maybe you have too. More than 100 years ago, a newspaper said plants and animals lived on the moon. An astronomer could see them through a big new telescope. There were trees on the moon, the newspaper said. Big melons grew on them. Animals that looked like small buffaloes grazed beneath the trees. Animals that looked like bears walked around on their hind legs. There were people, too. They had hair all over their bodies, and they had wings. The moon people were friendly, the story said. Some of them sat near a pond feeding melons to one another. The story wasn't true, but for a long time people believed in these moon creatures. People also believed a radio story that said Martians had landed on Earth. The Martians had big heads and small bodies. They came in spaceships. They were not friendly. Once they landed, they spread out and attacked people in towns and villages. By the 1960s, only a few people still believed there were Martians or moon people. In 1969, everyone knew for sure there was no life on any kind on the moon. That was the year Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin walked on the moon. After them, other astronauts went to the moon. No matter where they looked, the astronauts found nothing alive. They found no sign that plants or animals had ever lived there. The moon is a dead world, and it always has been. But, people said, that does not mean there is no other life in our whole solar system. Mars is like Earth in many ways. Maybe there are plants there. Maybe there are animals there too. Although no one expected they would look like the Martians with big heads. Pictures of Mars show places where water once flowed. Where there is water, there may also be plants and animals. Did plants and animals once live on Mars? Could they be living there still? Space probes were sent to Mars to find out. More pictures were taken. The soil of Mars was tested. No plants or animals of any kind were seen in the pictures. No signs of life were found in the soil. But what about the other planets? Perhaps there is life on Venus? Or maybe Mercury has plants and animals. A probe was sent to Mercury to get a closer look. This is a picture it took. Mercury doesn't look like a place where plants or animals could live. It looks like the dead world of the moon. Also, Mercury gets very hot, much too hot for anything to live there. Probes were landed on Venus, too. It is so hot on Venus that parts of some probes melted when they landed. Also, poison gases are all around the planet. No signs of life have ever been found on Venus. No one expects there could be life on any of the other planets in our solar system. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are made up of gases. All of these planets are also very cold, much colder than any place on Earth, and so is tiny Pluto. In our solar system, Earth seems to be the only planet where we know for sure there is life. But there are billions of stars beyond our solar system. There are planets going around some of these stars just as Earth goes around the sun. Plants and animals may live on some of them. We don't know for sure because we can't see the planets very well. If creatures do live in far off worlds, they may look quite different from the plants and animals on Earth. They may have tiny bodies and big heads like the Martians. They may have wings and hairy bodies like the moon people. They may have heavy legs with small arms and hands. Perhaps they walk around on all fours. Or they may look quite different from anything we can imagine. Who knows? Some people think it's silly to believe there are planets beyond our solar system, but there are. Many have been discovered. People also say it's silly to believe there is life on them, but I don't think so. It seems that somewhere out among the billions of stars there must be plants and animals living on other worlds. There may be creatures that know as much as we do. Some may be a lot smarter. One day we may be able to talk with them. Many years from now, we may even travel to those far off planets and land on them. That's what I think. What do you think? That is the question. That is one of the questions that you're going to answer today in our last lesson for outer space. Make a great answer, everyone. Until next time.